Good morning. Welcome to day 86, May 14th, Monday. It's 8 o'clock. I've been walking for about 30 minutes. I left Darlington shelter this morning. The shelter ended up being full. There's 12 people. There's two bunks on each side, which I was fortunate enough to have one of those, the lower one. Those filled immediately, and then 4 spaces got filled up on the floor. We thought we were pretty full, but then 4 other through hikers showed up, and they were getting in that shelter. It wasn't even a question or debate. And so 2 of them got on each side of the bunks, laying horizontally with their feet sticking out through the opening. And then one guy actually got under one of the bunks, and there was, I don't even think there's 2 foot of space there. I mean, it was like a submarine berth in there. But he did it, and he's a young guy. He can do stuff like that. I couldn't have done that. But the more interesting thing that happened is about 8 o'clock, a thunderstorm rolled in, and we had a lightning strike that was followed by thunder pretty quickly, and that kind of got everybody's attention. And a couple minutes later, we had a very close lightning strike. And, you know how Bob Seger says, felt the lightning and waited on the thunder? Well, there was no waiting on the thunder. It was right there with the lightning. And got quite a reaction out of the crowd in the shelter. Just a bunch of whoa reaction, and then as everybody settled down, some laughter and comments about how close it was. So I was sitting up when it happened, and I didn't have my earplugs in yet, so I got the full effect. And as I laid down and the thunder and lightning continued much farther away, thank goodness, I had visions of CNN special report, 12 hikers killed on the Appalachian Trail when their shelter was struck by lightning. But thank goodness that didn't happen. But as you can see from the trail conditions, we had a lot of rain last night. It washed all the leaves away. I've experienced my first confirmed tick sighting. A guy named Turtle, that he had a tick on him 2 nights ago in the shelter. And he had a tick on him last night in the shelter. So I immediately started checking myself for ticks in my scalp and around my waistband. The scary thing about these ticks up here, unlike the ticks I'm used to in North Carolina, is they're very small. And when I stopped in Boiling Springs yesterday, I bought some permethrin to spray on my clothes, but I haven't done it yet because I was going to launder them first since they're so wet and dirty. I don't know if that even makes a difference. But the guy at the outfitter in Boiling Springs was telling me that they're almost so small you can't even see them. He said they're like the size of a period on a 12 font. So, scary stuff. And then when Turtle mentioned that he'd found a tick on him, one of the through hikers that had come in late said, yeah, Pennsylvania's the #1 state to get Lyme disease. And that looks poisonous to me. last thing I need, well, I don't need some kind of poison on top of everything else I have going on. Anyway, Pennsylvania, #1 state for Lyme disease, and then another guy threw it out there that 20% of through hikers get exposed to Lyme disease. So I don't know how accurate, anybody can spout out any kind of stats they want to, especially in the Wikipedia age. But I do know that it's bad up here, and it's gotten worse over the years. So I'm very leery of Lyme disease. That's why you see me taking my free trekking pole and moving all this foliage out of the way, because that's where the ticks are. Oh yeah, that's where the ticks are, on the foliage, and they jump on you as you pass by, or they could be on a blade of this grass that's brushing my legs. And I did put some tick repellent lotion on my legs before I started this morning, so hopefully it works. Okay, I gotta get moving a little faster here. Doing 11.5 or somewhere thereabouts to Duncannon. Plan is to stay at the Doyle if it's not full, and people have said it's a dump. It's not a hotel, it's a hostel. It's not well maintained, but they have hot showers and clean linens. So, and their only other option is to go to a hotel. So I want to do that and get the 4 o'clock shuttle to the market to get my resupply, and head back out tomorrow if everything's ready to go. So with that, this is Reboot, heading north. It's 11 o'clock and I've reached a view here before the final descent into Duncannon. And there's a smaller river. The name begins with a J, but I can't remember what it is right now. And over there's the Susquehanna River, and that's the town of Duncan where I'm going to stay tonight. Tomorrow I will be crossing the Susquehanna River on that bridge. Not a bad view considering how misty it was this morning. Pretty good drop here. Okay, on to Duncannon and the Doyle Hotel. So this is what the Doyle Hotel looks like from the outside. That's the front door there. And I'm staying on the 3rd floor, which is right there, and there's a 4th floor up above it. And it has a reputation for being run down and not well maintained. But again, it is a hostel, and it's the first hostel I've been to where you can get a draft beer in the bottom of it. And the hamburger that I had for lunch was really good, and the fries were good. Even if I wasn't a hungry thru hiker, I think I would have enjoyed it. So I'm inside the Doyle Hotel. It was built in 1905. The original hotel was built in 1880, but it burned down, and this was the one that replaced it. I'm in room 18. This is what my room looks like. Got my pack explosion going on the bed. And got my shoes drying out. My socks didn't quite dry in the dryer, but they'll be fine by the morning, just in time for it to rain again. But, you know, everybody says this place is a dump, but it's not a hotel, it's a hostel, and you're paying hostel prices at 25 bucks a night, so you get what you pay for, and it's certainly going to be satisfactory for me tonight. I just got a shuttle to the market and got my resupply, so I'm getting ready to break that down, get ready to pack out tomorrow. This is going to be the wrap up for day 86. I'm out on the balcony of the Duncannon hotel / hostel, and I bought some permethrin for my clothes that I hike in, and it says to apply it in a well ventilated area, so I came out here on the balcony and sprayed my pants, my socks, and my shirt that I wear on the outside, so hopefully that'll keep the ticks and Lyme disease away from me. I still continue to check myself, but today was a good day. Obviously, it's always a good day to get into town and to get everything dry and clean and get some town food. And I'll be heading out first thing in the morning. I was watching the local weather while I was down in the bar area having a Yingling, and we're calling for storms about 3 o'clock tomorrow, so I'm hoping I can get in 15 or 16 miles or so before the rain starts if I start first thing in the morning. So it's supposed to be rainy all week, and just try to keep my stuff as dry as possible. But decided to have Duncannon on my list of or off my list of landmarks that I have to reach, and now it's on to Delaware Water Gap, and shortly after that New Jersey. And with that, it's all good in the woods.